18 dead, 13 rescued in Enugu tanker crash. Aminu Kano Teaching Hospital tightens security after recent breaches. Ekiti Monarch dissolves Sharia arbitration panel, summons Islamic leaders for dialogue. Hello, welcome to the news update on Trust TV. My name is Hawa Gambo. Thank you for joining us. At least 13 people were rescued after a devastating crash involving a petroleum-laden tanker and 17 other vehicles today in Enugu State. The accident, which took place early this Saturday, has left 18 people dead and several others injured. According to the Federal Road Safety Corps, the crash occurred due to brake failure on the tanker, which was transporting premium motor spirit. The driver lost control and the tanker collided with multiple vehicles, resulting in a massive fire that engulfed 11 vehicles. Tragically, 18 victims were burned beyond recognition in the ferry wreckage. The rescue efforts involved the FRSC, the Enugu State Governor, Barrister Dr. Peter Ndubisimba, as well as officials from the Ministry of Transportation and Health, the Enugu State Commissioner of Police, and other emergency responders. Primary reports suggest that brake failure caused the tanker driver to lose control, leading to the pileup and subsequent fire. The tanker, which was transporting fuel, collided with the other vehicles after losing control, sparking a fire that consumed 11 vehicles and tragically claimed lives of 11 people. To ease congestion, traffic has been diverted to the onward Enugu lane, while authorities continue the process of clearing the burnt vehicles. The FRSC is urging motorists to remain cautious and avoid the affected routes. Following the recent security breaches at the Aminu Kano Teaching Hospital in Kano State, stricter security measures are being put in place to protect lives and property. To this end, vehicles with tinted glasses are being turned back at the gate of the hospital, highlighting the security challenges the hospital is grappling with. However, staff or vehicle carrying patients are allowed entry, but with some restrictions. Ahmed Detti has more on the report.
Cases of car or motorcycle theft and other valuables are common, just as vehicle owners commit immoral acts within the hospital premises. Consequently, the management announced in a circular to all heads of units ban on tinted vehicles into the hospital as a proactive move to safeguard lives of staff, patients, and visitors. This student with a tinted car is turned back by the security operatives manning the hospital gate.
Yeah, I think it's okay, but there needs to be more protocol with it. Like if you're working there or doing something and it's verified, that they should let you go, even if you're a student or a staff.
Sani Ahmad is the chief security officer of the hospital, and he explains the reason behind the ban.
The challenge is we have their medical school, post-basic school, a lot of schools within this hospital premises. So that's the main reason that management think of to stop people coming with tinted glass in order to safeguard the patient relatives, our staff, and our students. I want each and every person, both our staff and patient relatives, to comply with this our rules, because we are all doing this thing for them. It's for their own safety. If you don't have patient, your brother have patient. If you don't have patient, maybe your brother has a daughter that's schooling here.
Generally, if you have the police permit, you can have the tinted around the country. But every organization have their security reasons. Maybe because of the security challenges they are facing, they put some policy or procedure. As such banning, I think they did a better and well-done job for the internal security of the hospital.
Many believe that the ban is a bold step to check the influx of criminal elements into the hospital, where they take advantage of its vast area to commit criminal and immoral activities. Ahmad Detti, Trust TV News, Kano.
Impeached Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Mudashiru Obasa, has described the corruption allegation against him as fictitious and unsubstantiated. Speaking during a welcome rally at his residence in GRA Ikeja on Saturday, Obasa maintained that he was not afraid of being impeached, but emphasized that due process was not followed.
The former speaker also denied the allegations of corruption brought against him by the lawmakers during his removal, describing the alleged financial misappropriations as impossible. Responding to questions from newsmen shortly after he addressed his supporters, Obasa insisted that he remained the speaker, while citing the case of the former speaker, Joko Tolakpelumi.
To remove, you must follow the due process, as I have said. We have rules, we have constitution. When you want to remove, you must do what? Follow it. At the same time, that man that said Obasa took part in the removal of Honorable Abdullahi Pelumi, Honorable Fumi Tejosho, and those people that were suspended. And I've said it, let me repeat it. Honorable Pelumi, right? Honorable Pelumi is my brother, is my friend. I fondly call him Boda Wahidi till tomorrow. When he was removed, he was on the floor of the house. Probably he was presiding. When Tejosho was removed, she was in the house. And those who were suspended, they were around. And there was no involvement of police. And the house, the chamber was not broken into. And fake mace was not brought to the house. I'm not afraid of being removed. Me, I'm not disturbed, but let them follow the true procedure.
I've seen the speaker until the right thing has been done. If you want to remove me in the proper way. I will not contest it.
According to him, the State Assembly on the day of the removal, adding that over 200 policemen also invaded his private residence in Agege and blocked the gates, while they prevented members of his family from going out of the house.
Having ambition to become a governor is not a sin, is it? However, I've said it on the floor of the house when the budget was presented that I had no thoughts of governorship, but that does not mean what? That I'm not qualified or I lack experience. So, and I still maintain that position. But in the whole of Lagos State, let any leader, anybody come out to explain that Obasa approached me and he says that he wants to become a governor. It's as simple as that.
Obasa was impeached on January 13th by more than 2/3 of the 40-member House over alleged misconduct and sundry offences. His deputy, Mojisola Miranda, was immediately elected the new speaker, becoming the first female to take charge of the legislative body in the southwest state.
Former Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly and Minister Olorunnibe Mamora has affirmed the constitutionality of the removal of Mudashiru Obasa as Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly. Mamora's statement comes in response to Obasa's claim that his impeachment was unconstitutional and did not follow due process. Addressing his supporters on Saturday, Obasa maintained that the allegations against him were unsubstantiated and emphasized his extensive experience as a 6-time elected member since 2003. Obasa was impeached on January 13, 2025 by 35 out of the 40 assembly members over allegations of misconduct and mismanagement of funds. Mamora, who served as Lagos Assembly Speaker from 1999 to 2003 and held ministerial roles under President Muhammadu Buhari, explained the constitutional process of removing a speaker. Mamura cited Section 92 of the Constitution, which states that a speaker shall vacate their seat if a motion of removal is supported by not less than 2/3 of the House members. The Ewi of Ado Ekiti, Oba Adeyemo Adejugbe, on Saturday ordered the dissolution of the Sharia panel set up at the Central Mosque, Ado Ekiti, in the interest of peaceful coexistence and law and order in the community. Adejugbe spoke in Ado Ekiti during a meeting he held with the chiefs and indigenes of the community and the chief imam and president of the League of Imams and Alfas in the Southwest, Edo and Delta states, Sheikh Jamiu Kewulere, and other Muslim leaders in Ado Ekiti over tensions in some quarters over the Sharia panel issue. This came early 2 days after the state government said the existing legal structure in the state did not recognize the Sharia court or Sharia arbitration panel. The State Commissioner for Justice and Attorney General Dayo Apata had spoken in reaction to news reports stipulating the first public sitting of the Sharia panel in the state, which resolved 2 marriage disputes. He said the legal structure in Ekiti State, namely Customary Court of Appeal, and High Court, had been handling issues relating to Islamic, Christian, and traditional marriages and inheritance without any rancor or agitation. Speaking earlier, the Chief Imam, Kewulere, who confirmed setting up the committee, which he said had resolved a marriage dispute and adjourned on the second matter, dismissed all insinuations that it was set up for sinister motives. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Friday welcomed the intervention of the Finnish government in the arrest and detention of Simon Ekpa, saying the government would not tolerate actions and statements that could lead to divisiveness among citizens. President Tinubu spoke when he received the letters of credence from the Finnish ambassador to Nigeria, Sana Selin, at the State House. He commended the Finnish authorities for the timely intervention that safeguarded the nation's integrity and mitigated on actions that threatened peaceful coexistence. The ambassador of Finland extolled the president for his courage in initiating reforms that will benefit the economy and ensure prosperity in the future. President Tinubu also received letters of credence from the ambassador of the European Union, Mr. Gautier Mignot, and the ambassador of the People's Republic of Algeria, Hossein Mezoued. The Borno state government has reiterated its commitment to partner stakeholders and non-governmental organizations to reduce the number of out-of-school children in the state. It stated this during the commemoration of the World Education Day in Maiduguri with the theme, Artificial Intelligence and Education Challenges and Opportunities. The Commissioner of Education said it will leverage technological tools for access to knowledge and digital learning for children. Meanwhile, UNICEF expressed worry that more than half of displaced children affected by the Boko Haram conflict are out of school in the Northeast region. It said it will continue to partner the state government to provide access to quality education through its Nigeria Learning Passport platform, which has captured 102 teachers with more than 38,000 children in Borno State. UNICEF Maiduguri Chief of Field Officer Joseph Senesi, who stressed that the right to education for children is yet to be achieved, urged state governments to fund and invest in education to tackle the menace of out-of-school children.
Half of the population who are displaced of children are out of school. And I want to thank our donors for helping us to reach out to those children who are out of school so that we can make basic education reach all the children that deserve it. The Nigeria Learning Passport. UNICEF is working with the state government, even across the country, to support this initiative. This day and age is needed for technology, so AI is critical, even in Nigeria.
So we urge the international donors to come up with their plans in training the teachers in our state, and also understand that without the rigorous training of the teachers, the students will not get anything at their end. So we urge them to come and explore and give us the rights to invite our teachers for them to train them to the optimum so that the students will also benefit from the teachers.
Business activities have not only made the popular Jabi Lake Mall productive, but also contributed to the health of residents as users keep for through the facilities there. In this report, Trust TV's Kabir Lawal chatted with businessmen at the Jabi Lake Mall on the state of business and other leisure activities during the weekends. Here's the report.
The popular Jabi Lake Park has been in existence for over a decade and brings people from all walks of life together through sports and business activities. Hamisu Salisu, who owns a shop at the park, explained that during the weekends, business at the lake is more attractive as a result of the serene environment. He further noted that despite the harsh economy, businesses are still lucrative and thriving.
Because I think people mostly now, they are just kind of, they focus on themselves, they don't focus on the government anymore. People expand their way of gaining income. Maybe if they are on salary role, I think for now, due to the economy, people are kind of trying to focus on areas of business, agriculture, and so on. So they tend to get daily income, some weekly. So with that, it's kind of making things easier. Because if you have like 2 income in a month or 3 income, so and you are not focusing on one salary income, so it will be easy for you to spend, to buy some certain things that you know that are very important to you.
Another business owner, Tola Indugwe, said most of his wares are foreign products, adding that the foreign wares attract foreigners who come for either sports or leisure.
Even last time, some people are coming from America, US, Canada to come and buy and patronize. Not that they don't have a quality, because we are selling a quality clothes here. So if you sell mass production, you won't sell. What we are selling here is quality clothes, new one from Turkey, from China, original China, Hong Kong, Korea. Are you getting me? That's what we are selling here. It's moving anyway by God's grace.
However, Clement Peters, who spoke to Trust TV News, said coming together is one of the spirit of sportsmanship, adding that exercise is a stress reliever and unites people irrespective of tribe or religion.
Seeing people and some of the equipment here, I don't have them at my disposal. So when I come here, I have access to different programs, different routine I can do, and seeing other people too, when they push things that I can't do, when I see them do it, I try doing it, pushing myself to that limit. So the environment is inspiring. If you come here, make you no one do something. You know what I'm saying? So Jabi Lake is always inspiring to come and exercise, you meet people, you connect, you network, so you just do it and it's interesting.
Observers said the natural scenery in the park attracts people from all walks of life and makes connection among people easier. Kabir Lawal, Trust TV News, Abuja.
This is the news update on Trust TV. Coming up after the break. Gombe man offers free haircuts to Almajiri mentally challenged people. More news when we return. Just stay with us. You're welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is the news update on Trust TV. Now let's take a look at some of our major stories. 18 dead, 13 rescued in Enugu tanker crash. Aminu Kano Teaching Hospital tightens security after recent breaches. And now, moving to other stories, a resident of Gombe State, Usman Sabo, is changing lives through his selfless actions. Sabo has taken it upon himself to gather less privileged individuals and people with mental health challenges and offer them free haircuts. He believes that everyone deserves respect in the community no matter their conditions. Hassan Koli has more.
This humble gesture by Usman Sabo has not only restored dignity to many in the community, but has also inspired hope. With his tools in hand, he tirelessly grooms the less privileged and individuals living with mental health issues, all at no cost. I heard from members of the community that someone is offering barbering services to my fellow Almajiris. So I decided to come, and he shaped me too. Many of us are coming here because this ghetto gives us a sense of belonging and hope. We will never forget this kindness, which is rare. May God bless him. I am into poultry business. However, after realizing that people are avoiding almajiri and mentally challenged persons due to their unhygienic conditions, I decided to embark on this outreach to make them look better. I secure the attention of mentally challenged persons by offering them food or better dresses sometimes. This is my little way of giving back to the community. We are proud of Usman. He is doing something many of us will not even think of. His kindness reminds us of the importance of helping one another. However, we are still wondering how he quickly learned how to shop just to help less privileged. Sabo's simple act of service is a powerful reminder of how one person's kindness can impact an entire community. Many are now calling for more support to help him sustain this noble cause. Hassan Koli, Trust TV News, Gombe.
Stakeholders in Osun State have expressed concern over the plight of babies born by mentally ill nursing mothers. They charge the state government to take proactive measures to curb the menace and ensure the well-being of the affected women and their children. Hayid Oyegbade files in this report.
Cases of mentally ill women getting pregnant have become a recurring decimal, with many describing it as pathetic since no one takes responsibility for the pregnancy. Even families and relatives of such mentally ill women often dissociate with them to avoid embarrassment from the people. In Osun State, the Ministry of Women, Children and Social Affairs takes such children from their mentally ill mothers. The ministry caters for the babies only and leaves the mentally ill women, as the ministry does not have resources and facilities to manage them. Orphanage homes in the state play a major role in taking care of the mentally ill nursing mothers and their children.
The first step we take is to take care of the baby. We take care of the baby, and we do something that we call home tracing, looking for family members of the mother. So if we don't see family members of the member, our attention will be on the baby. So we've had instances where we take the baby, we give all necessary medical attention to the baby. Then we've seen instances when those kids, we have a children home that we take care of them. So we've had instances that they grow up to the stage of going to school.
From our own side, when such cases happened, what we do is to get the family if we are able to get the family of the talent woman, and at times we take the children from them with the knowledge of the Ministry of Children and Women Affairs.
We have hope at least we can count 1, 2, 3 of mentally challenged mother that we have assisted to try now. We make sure we get to a mental health clinic, taking our treatment, and for the child belong to them. In as much nobody to show face, nobody to appear to identify with them, government give such child to the adoption. But the one that the father appear, relation appear, though they are not ready to do anything, what we do is try to make sure getting this lady to the mentally health challenge clinic, see doctor, admitted till she discharged, even taking care of the daughter.
Residents appealed to the state government to do more to prevent the mentally ill women from being impregnated by faceless men. Amid Oyegbade, Trust TV News, Osogbo.
And away from Nigeria, 3 South African soldiers were killed and at least 14 others were injured during fighting publicly on the situation. The recent escalation has led the United Nations to warn of the risk of a broader regional war. Both the Congo and the UN and other countries have accused neighboring Rwanda of fueling the conflict by sending its own troops and weapons. Rwanda has denied these allegations. And with that, we come to the end of the news update on Trust TV. Do not forget to follow us on all media platforms and subscribe to our YouTube channel for constant live streams of programs and documentaries. My name is Hawa Gambo. Thank you for joining us and see you next time.